truly, the image that it was showing me was very different from the image that it was showing you guys. So I want to play it by ear, and if anybody has any issues where all of a sudden it's very zoomed in, just let me know, because again, the image it was showing me was very different from the image that it was showing you. But y'all, I had to come back because the last live there was huge technical difficulties, so people couldn't really see what I was doing, and I did a very cool tutorial with the brand new Summer Rush collection from Madam Glam. So since that video didn't really work out, I just wanted to quickly go through the brand new colors. And then we're going to do some special stuff. We're going to do not only a demo, I'll quickly show you of which nail. So we're going to do a demo with the brand new Summer Rush colors and Madam Glam's holographic cat eye. And it's like, wait, there's more. We're going to be playing around with their brand new gel paints. So this is going to be one heck of an amazing live. First off, I'm just going to quickly send this out to our group. So just give me 1 second. On Instagram. Perfect. So I hope that sending that did not do anything. I'm just going to quickly just double check that you guys are seeing the same thing that I am before I begin. I hope everybody's having a really beautiful day. Okay, let's make sure this is turned down first. Okay, so it is already showing considerably more zoomed in than it is. Just kind of put my hand here and see. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, let's zoom out. It's like zoomed in like crazy. See, that's insane. That's Inception, a dream within a dream. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, so if this is going to keep me so very zoomed in, then I think that I will stick to this. Because basically, I don't know what's going on, but the image here, it's like it's zooming in like crazy. Hello. So I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can see everything so then I can begin. And I kind of know where my middle spot is because again, it's showing it's showing it considerably different. I'm doing really good. Just trying to figure out some bugs because the last time that we went live, for some reason, it was showing everything very zoomed in. So I want to stay zoomed out and see. Because yeah, I don't even know if you guys can see this. But it's very much zooming in more. Your nail looks very good. Okay, so as long as you guys can see, we'll go from there. But again, I really don't know what this whole zooming in thing is. It's driving me crazy. So first of all, the Summer Rush collection, I did want to quickly show you guys. So this collection, I'm wearing the Wish Glow, and this is actually a glow in the dark. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through here, and then I'll turn off the light here so you can see. So this polish actually, you charge her up and she glows. So I can't get over how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, we're dropping things. I hope you love the colors. Okay, so I did want to quickly show you. So the colors, we have Sugar Rush, which is one of the glow-in-the-dark shades. And I'm quickly just going to turn my flash on so you can see how bright that is. Is that not insane? Let me just back up here a little bit. Just trying to see how close it's zoomed in so we can get that perfect. Hello, how are you doing? So this is Sugar Rush. Again, this glows in the dark. So I'm madly in love with that. And we've got some more glow in the darks. We have Berry Bliss. Again, this is from the brand new Sugar Rush collection from Madam Glam. Thank you. I'm sorry, Arham. I'm engaged, so I definitely cannot give out any numbers. Isn't that so pretty? So that one's Berry Bliss. But wait, there's more. So this is the one I'm wearing. Hello, my wife. Actually, I was just getting my, oh, number for appointments. Where in the world are you, my dear? Isn't that pretty? 1 second, I'm just gonna let the fur baby out. He heard his mama. Okay, so that was Wish Glow that I was just quickly showing you guys. I'll show you quickly again before I switch to the next one. And again, these cat eyes are insane. The reflection on them. And again, they glow. So it's like, what? You can, oh, you're in Dubai, honey. I'm in Canada. So I wouldn't be able to do your nails, but I do press on. So you can hit me up on Instagram. I'm Raven's Nail Bar. So you can shoot me a message on there and I can make you something pretty. Okay, so this one, this is called Fiesta Fizz. Okay, she is so pretty. Come in. Just gonna mute myself 1 second. So sorry, I had our beautiful roommate just popped in. Sorry about that. I am back. So that's Fiesta Fizz. And then we have the cream. So those were the glow in the dark colors. And this is Birthday Bash, which is a stunning periwinkle. And then I'm going to give you the other turquoise, which is Frosting Fun. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, just making sure you can see this. So that's Frosting Fun, which is absolutely beautiful turquoise. And then we have a green that is going to steal your heart. So this is Lush and Lively. And if that wasn't beautiful enough, we have Party Poppy. Now this Party Poppy absolutely stole my heart the moment I saw her. I can't get over how vibrant she is. And this also reminded me, they did a Mexican, like a Mexico-inspired collection that had a color that was called Candy Pop. And this is a very much giving all of the Candy Pop realness. So I did quickly want to show you that beautiful collection because that's what we're going to be using today. And because the nail samples, they couldn't be seen, I just wanted to show you them again. So these are the different nails that I came up with for the collection. Just playing around with the brand new collection, seeing what we could get. So that is these babies. And then I did a design actually that had the holographic cat eye and a bunch of the creams. So I did want to show you that as well. Now bear with me, I'm going to try to make sure this stays centered, but there's something going on that's zooming in my screen for some reason. So again, if at any point, okay, I'll check again. I'm just looking here. I have this to kind of see what you guys are seeing. Does it look too zoomed in? Let me just cancel out and come back in. Okay. because I can't describe to you. Like, I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this. It's crazy. I have it completely zoomed out just to avoid the issue, but it is still zoomed in on the screen, which is really weird. So let me try to back up here. This is the holographic magic we're going to be playing with today. I'll let you out, buddy. 1 second. So this is what we're going to be playing with. And then after we do that, I'm going to go into swatching the brand new gel paints. Go for it, buddy. Okay. So let's just go right into the design, and then after that we'll go into the new gel paints. And also what I'm working on is the Madam Glam silicone matte, which is absolutely luscious and perfect for when you're doing any kind of designs because it's stain resistant. Just be aware, because it is silicone, you will have things that stick to it. But that's just kind of the name of the game. Okay, so without further ado, let's grab our nails here. So you're going to need an application brush and an ombre brush. I quickly grabbed my Madam Glam. It's these two. With these beautiful, and this is going to kind of be your go-to to make this design so much easier. Okay, so because this is a silicone matte, I'm just going to put the products directly on here. So we're going to need the creams from this collection, so I'm just going to quickly grab them all. Now, I do need gloves. Because again, we don't want to have any exposure issues. Thank you guys so much for coming into today's live. It means absolutely everything. I hope that everybody's having a beautiful start to their week and that they had a really good weekend. Okay, so bear with me because again, I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can see everything proper, and there's having some zoom in issues. So first I'm going to just place the colors here just so that we have a clean clean place to kind of pick colors from. Now what I'm going to do is kind of 2 of each so that I have a good amount to dip into. So that was Party Poppy. This is Lush and Lively. And yeah, I really love Madam Glam's mattes for this. I also love it for when I'm doing any kind of product photography or anything like that, because it's an unobstructed background. It really lets the product shine, so I love that. And then it's just really easy to clean up. So we have some Birthday Bash here. Again, I'm just doing 2, because once I start dipping in, it's gonna kind of destroy the first little bubble here, so I'm just making 2. And then last but not least, Frosting Fun. So we're just gonna grab that and place a little bit of that down on the mat. No, I am just gonna get right into the thick of it, so I do apologize. Hi, Gina. How are you doing, beautiful? So I am actually recreating these girlies. This was done with the Sugar Rush collection and the holographic cat eye. Just trying to get into the middle here. Yeah, perfect. I'm sorry, guys. If you could just bear with me, I have another phone in the corner that I'm just checking what my view looks like, because even though I'm not zoomed in at all on my screen, it's zoomed in for you guys. So I'm just trying to watch all of that and be mindful. So let's put some of these in the background here. Oh, we seem to be getting a call. 1 second. I'm so sorry, y'all. That was a doctor's appointment. Very mindful, very demure. I'm just going to quickly bring this back up so I can see the background. Okay. So I did want to read, because when we first did the live, I was so excited and I went right into the swatching and showing the glow in the dark. But for some reason, the entire screen was zoomed in like crazy. So I wanted to make sure that I had another phone beside me so I could kind of see what you guys were seeing. So we're gonna work with the technical difficulty. So I just want to know, first of all, can you guys see me clearly and can you hear me clearly? As long as I see some thumbs up in the chat, then I'm gonna continue. And I just want to read you a bit about this collection before I just go right into the design. And then also, for anybody that's just popping in, I did these little hand-painted creations with the brand new collection, just to feature all the different glow-in-the-dark options and to feature the cream colors. Oh, perfect. Hello. Okay, so we have a repeat beautiful human that came in here. Is it Gasha or Geisha? Lover girl. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but she is one of the angels that stuck around for the entire live, even though you could not see what I was doing. So that just goes and shows how amazing you are. So I'm just gonna move this over, try to center it. There we go, perfect. So these were some of the goodies besides the one that we're going to recreate today that we're done with the new Summer Rush. So as for the Summer Rush collection, this month we celebrate Madam Glam's 11th anniversary with limited edition inspired by Vibrant Energy of New York, of a limited edition collection. Our muse is our home, our heartbeat. So that's New York, baby. This July, we're lighting up the city that never sleeps. Our anniversary collection is a dreamy fusion of creamy neons, that's what we're going to be playing with today, and also features 4 never-before-seen glow-in-the-dark cat eye shades, inspired by New York's electric nights. It's bold, it's glam, and it's our most magical formula yet, because turning 11 deserves nothing less than a glow up. Are you kidding me? Like, that write-up is so perfect. Step into the spotlight with the Summer Rush collection, a bold celebration of 11 glamorous years, featuring 4 vibrant neon creams and 4 glow-in-the-dark cat-eye dazzlers. This anniversary lineup is inspired by the energy of New York and the fearless spirit of self-expression. Whether you're lighting up the day or glowing into the night, these shades are made to celebrate you. And just so anybody that is unfamiliar with Madam Glam, I'll just pop this bottle right here. So they are vegan, cruelty-free, and this is new, TPO-free, 21-free formula, and HEMA-free. These are so huge. This means that it's not only ethically sourced, we're not doing any palm oil harvesting, all of that magic, like, well, that wouldn't be magic, but they're making sure that they're putting all of the good ingredients so that this is safe for you. So they make these with you in mind. And speaking from somebody that suffered with horrible allergic reactions, having a company that does this is massive. Like, there's no words. You definitely want a company that is ensuring that the products that you're putting on to you're permeable, because nails are permeable, that you're not putting harmful chemicals and toxins, and also that we're not having a negative effect on the planet just to be beautiful. So I love Madam Glam for that. And without further ado, we're gonna get right in. So you just grab your application brush here. And we are actually, the reason why I have our hand model out here is because we're going to be doing a press-on set for her. Her name is Autumn. And actually, Autumn was supposed to have a certain glow up, as we're speaking about glow. And I don't want to mention what that is because it's a big surprise. So you definitely have to stay tuned to find out about Autumn's journey, because we're going to be doing some special things with her as well. But I'm just so excited. This is a very fun design, and you can just play around. So I'm gonna start off with the pink, the Party Poppy, on all of the nails. So I'm just going in, and if you see any bubbles, make sure you're popping those. So I'm just quickly going in and placing that, because we don't want to have to keep cleaning the brush off. So I'm going on to the 4 nails that we are creating, and I'm just placing it wherever I kind of see fit. And I'm really happy I did those 2 little blobs earlier, because that really helped. And don't worry about excess product here, because we're going to be swiping. Hi, Kay! Gina? That's definitely right. We celebrate Pride Month every day here. And the whole thing is, as well, is I just wanted to put a pretty set on her, and because we're playing with a rainbow of colors, I just thought, what better than to have her little pride set on here. So self-expression looks different for everybody, and I just wanted to have a little pop of color in the corner and remind you that love is love, and it doesn't have to be Pride Month to show equality and human rights and all of that magic. So the green is a very important part of all of this. So I'm going to make sure that I do have a good, healthy part of the green, because for some reason, the way that the holographic color shows up, if you have green on there, it glows like you've never seen before. So... and when I say glow, I mean the holographic cat eye. It like lights up the sky. So I wanted to make sure that I had a good amount of green in there, because then the rest is just those blues. So I'm just kind of popping those on. And so right now it's giving very much watermelon realness. Oh, TPO is being phased out of the cosmetic product. It's EU due to its classification as a reproductive toxicity. Ooh. Which means it negatively affects fertility. Wow. So the fact that this does not have the TPO, that's huge. Thank you so much, Gina. I love when you speak nerdy to me. So containing TPO can no longer be sold in Europe starting from September 2025. Oh my gosh, no, please. I really appreciate you giving that information. That's huge. And this is why I love Madam Glam, because a lot of people, like, you don't realize, especially in the beauty industry, you think these big companies are going to be looking out for you. And sadly, some of them don't. So I am just really happy to be a brand ambassador and to be able to work on a team of a company that has such integrity and is making sure that they're delivering quality products that are safe for us, because that's scary. And when I always say, like, not your granny's nail polish, but back in the day, formaldehyde and all of these things were just a regular occurrence in the beauty industry, and nobody really talked about it nor acted like they cared about having these really harmful things. And again, as I mentioned, like, nails are permeable, so, you know, you you definitely don't want to be putting things on there that can go into your bloodstream, all these other things. Okay, so that's the third color, Birthday Bash, that we've dipped into. And finally, for any of those little gaps that you see, I'm going to put in the Frosting Fun. And so you can feel free to do this design with like a dotting tool, for instance, but I find that it puts way too much product on. So I actually like to just dip in and just go directly in with my application brush. I find that it gives the best result. Oh, I love that, Gina. That's why we get on, because I can't tell you how many things I've just randomly dived into and started researching because it makes my brain happy. So again, we're just filling in any of those areas. And again, this is going to be like a swipe through design. So you do not have to drive yourself crazy on that perfect placement because it's going to move as soon as you start doing the swiping part of the design. But this is just about getting a good amount of the color so that when we do begin to swipe, we have all the vision. And for anybody that's just joining in and is like, what is this girl doing? I'll quickly show you. So we are going to be doing this beautiful holographic nail. But first we're setting down the base, and then we're going to put on Madam Glam's holographic cat eye. Okay, so now your nail should look something like this, like a darn party and a half. So it should look like this, and then you're going to take your ombre brush, but make sure that you have some kind of paper towel. So I'm going to quickly grab that because you're going to do a lot of wiping off, so it's going to be very necessary that you have that. Now, just for, because I'm clumsy, I'm going to quickly just clean up the rest of this that we're not going to use, because knowing me, I'm going to put my whole elbow into it, and that's just not it. We shouldn't need any more. There should be more than enough on the nail, so I'm just going to give that a wipe. And again, did you see how easy that is to clean off? So I really love using this Madam Glam silicone mat. Okay, so starting off, yes we are. Oh my gosh, Miss Congeniality paint party. I love that. I wish I could put on Miss Congeniality right now for us. Okay, so going in with a light hand, I'm bringing the product down. Now I do want them to merge. And so once you've finished swiping, I always turn. I never swipe the whole way in one direction. And if I see that it's getting too muddy, I just quickly dip back into it and kind of fix that. And again, that's where you might want to dip back into certain colors, but I think we should be more than good. So if you guys have ever had, there's a ice cream from Baskin Robbins, and it's called Super Kid. And that ice cream, I really feel like this technique gives all the Super Kid vibes. And I'm just going in here and just redefining some of those areas so I have those really nice pops. And then I'm not going to go too ham on there. I just want to make sure everything's merged, and then we'll go into the next ones. And again, we just keep switching the direction we're pulling from. And then don't be afraid to really go in there and let that ombre brush start doing the magic and blending. I just keep patting away at the kitchen roll beside me. So to kind of see, we're getting a really nice blend, and I love that I took all those colors away because I'm probably going to need some of them, but I'm quickly just going to keep swiping and then we'll go back into the stiffs. Oh, I really like this one. So pretty. Just love how vibrant this collection is. It is so gorgeous. Okay, start from... I always, whatever color I want prominent, that's what I first drag from, because that's gonna have like a big effect. Oh, I love how that made orange. Hi, Booktopia. How are you, honey bun? And again, there is no right or wrong way to do this. Essentially, we really want those very nice pops of color. So you're swiping, swipe. If you don't like something, you can just dip back in and reintroduce colors back. So I do think I am going to take a little bit of the blue after I totally just wiped that all off. Maybe just the blue. Thank you so much, Booktopia, for coming in. So we just really want to make sure that each of the colors shine and that we have a good mixture of all of the colors. That's one of the really big factors. And I do want this to be a little bit more vibrant, so I'm going to get a little bit of that Party Poppy. Now, we've only been live for 32 minutes, and that includes me showing you all the other colors. So this design is actually really friendly for time. If you're working on a client, it's really good, except the only thing I would suggest is because you're not using like a tip as I am, that you have a cleanup brush that you can just kind of clean up around the side walls, because something like this can get a little bit messy. So that is absolutely perfect. I'm loving, just quickly show that again. So we are just gonna pop in, I call this Super Kid. We're just gonna pop that into the lamp. Now for that part, that's it. So Madam Glam's colors are so pigmented that we didn't even have to go in with like 2 coats or anything like that. It was all in that first original coat. Now, I do want to pop some of the colors from this collection on the hand. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so since we're featuring the creams, I'm going to use a series of those on the hand. Get the beach vibes there. So now for the next part of this design, we're going to need their holographic rainbow cat eye. This, you have to make sure without a shadow of a doubt that you have a very good, let's see, that you have a very good magnet, because if you don't, the rainbow particles in here are not going to come out like they need to. Now, let me just see if I can hover the magnet to kind of show you guys. I'll turn down the light here so you can really see it. Hover, hover. There we go. It's moving now. Do you see this rainbow? Let me try to push. So this rainbow goodness we're about to put on the nail. But first, let's just quickly cleanse the nails and quickly take off that little, I call it like a little nub. It's just from where it prints, like, or not prints rather, but the form. There's like a little nub on the end, so I'm just gonna quickly cleanse these all. I did put them in for 60 seconds. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, just gonna quickly take just the little nub area. If you can, it's best. I know it's really easy for us to go back and forth, but if you can do in the one direction, like the band, you will get like a really nice even section there. Like an even shape, if you will. Just the one, so I'm just pulling in this direction. Now it's very tempting to kind of go back and forth here, but for the best results is just that one way. Okay, so we're getting really nice shaping there. Mom life. I'm super excited because Katie Bug's new socks came in today. That is mom life. You get excited about new appliances and it's adulting at its finest. What kind of socks did you get, Katie Bug? Okay. Boom, shakalaka. So we're gonna do this last one here. Perfect. So again, we are just going to cleanse that one more time. She had, oh wait, sorry, she's bad about taking them off. They disappear. Oh my gosh, so my partner will giggle with you on that one because I don't know what it is. My socks are always disappearing. They go into some magical sock land. There's actually a Disney movie that was my favorite when I was little called Don't Look Under the Bed. And basically under the bed, there was a full other dimension, okay, that had imaginary friends. And like if you forgot your imaginary friend, that's how they could turn into a boogeyman. And that movie, I swear, there was a whole section of just socks in that underground. When Katie Bug gets older, if you have Disney Plus, you should show it to her. It's definitely like a preteen thing. I wouldn't show it to like really little ones because there is some scary imagery with the boogeyman, similar to Drop Dead Fred, if anybody's seen that. Oh. Oh, I'm melting. So there's a wedding you guys are going to next month. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly give this a little bit of a stir, if you will, because it is hot. Some of the stuff has separated. Now, I really want to get one of those, like, the little shakers. Because what's really cool, especially with Madam Glam, is I have nail polishes from 4 years ago, from when they had first reached out and when I had first tried their advent calendar, before I was ever sponsored or on their team or anything like that. And I still have those polishes, and they are amazing, but you just have to give them a little bit of a shake. So I'm just kind of hippie shaking this. Now, technically, people say to do like a soft, you know, roll. Ain't nobody got time for that. We're doing the old school. Is it ready? Oh, she's the flower girl. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so we shook that up just to make sure we'd have the proper, what's it called? The proper coverage. So I'm gonna give, because we're only doing one coat of this, so I am gonna give quite a luscious coating, but any excess I am just quickly wiping off and putting on the... Now what I really love about this specific cat eye is no matter what you put underneath it, it's so versatile, but like the rainbow that comes out is so bright. It's really beautiful. So I'm quickly, actually I'm going to use my even stronger, where's the neodymium? I'm going to start off with the neodymium magnets just along the side to kind of bring it forward. Here we go. And you're gonna see that band of light move. That's where all the rainbow is. Oop, let me just separate these. The magnets are always trying to stick to one another. And then we're just using like a soft rocking, like a back and forth, and then a pull motion to activate everything. So we're getting that huge shine is coming out, that rainbow. So we're just gonna keep doing that until I'm happy with how bright it is. Okay, so that's perfect. I'm gonna pop that in the lamp. And we're just gonna repeat that. And again, let me see if I can grab one of these. Turn down the light source a little on the side. So with this, especially having those greens, pinks, blues, you can see that rainbow, right? And especially when you put the top coat, it's insane. Oh, the Don't Look Under the Bed terrified you? Oh, that was one of my favorites. I guess you could tell I've been a horror girly for a long time. Now, I really love this. I think this holographic cat eye is underrated. Like, not enough people talk about how magical it is. And I really do like it how it can step up all of your polishes and just, you get this really pretty finish. Did you watch Drop Dead Fred too, sis? Ooh, we're getting a real good rainbow on that one. So yeah, you just want to keep playing with it until you start seeing that rainbow activate, and then we're going to want to put it in the lamp, which I'm going to do right now. And so it is best for this kind of design to do the magnetizing on each nail. So that's what we're doing. This is one of my favorite nails. So pretty. Oh, it's Drop Dead Fred that freaked you out. Something about the refrigerator. Yeah, oh, I feel you. I was, because I was mentioning the Don't Look Under the Bed. but I think that they're very similar. So if you've watched one. And so it's really important with this polish specifically, because it looks like it's subtle, but there's a lot going on there, is just to keep moving and using proper magnets so that you can really see that holographic. There we go. So that is so beautiful. We're gonna pop that in. And then we have one left. I really love the green pops underneath. It's so pretty. So please guys, if you love these colors, I would urge you to run over to Madam Glam, because this collection, especially because there's glow-in-the-dark colors, are going to sell out really fast. I did put my discount code for 35% off and all that information in the description box if you want to check those out. Look at her. So pretty. Okay, pop that in. So now that each of them has been properly, lusciously loved with the holographic cat eye, now for this part of the design you have to top coat. And then after the top coat is where we can do the black detailing. And then I can show you what she looks like in the hand, and then we can go right into the other colors. So I'm really excited. Ooh, killers of a certain age. Stop. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out about retired assassins. That sounds amazing. So I am gonna quickly cleanse these before I just go right in with the top coat. And because let me just quickly get it out. I don't want to get any acetone on it. And because the gel paints, they cure with a no white finish, you can actually do it on a velvet matte base, a glossy base, it does not matter. So as each of these come out, I'm just going to give them a quick cleanse and then pop it back on the stand. Quick cleanse. Oh my gosh, this shift is already crazy. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Gina. That sounds amazing. Okay, and then last but not least, this little guy here. So, as I mentioned before, we are going to quickly top coat these. Is this missing a... the little magnet came out, so it wouldn't stick to the base for a second. I'm like, what is going on here? Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly give it a luscious coat. It's all about them luscious coats. Just want to make sure it gets on everything, and then we'll be turning it around to self-level a little bit and just make sure that not too much falls on those side walls. because that can change the shape. Can everybody still see me good? I do have the other phone beside me, but again, weirder things have happened. It really hurt my heart the last live because we had so many amazing souls in the live. Everybody was being so supportive and sweet, and I didn't realize that they couldn't even see what I was doing. So I'm like, I have to come back on, show this collection, do a little set, have some fun, and shake away the blues of that live stream. Because it's really hard if, you know, for instance, the audience is seeing something different than what I'm seeing. It's hard for me to correct something like that because, again, it doesn't look wrong on my end. You know what I mean? So I was really happy to figure that out. Oh, okay, you want to see how I did the French? I can definitely show you that, honey. So we have the very beautiful coverage there. So I'm just going to turn this around now that I love that. Make sure it self-levels. And let me just grab an extra. So do you have a color that you want to see for the French? Do you want to see the green again, or do you want to see a different of the colors? Let me just bring those forward. Because before I go into the final detailing, I can quickly show you guys that. So I just need to make sure I have a empty I just have to grab a stand quickly that I can just put a full tip on so we can show you. So Sissy, do you know what color you want to see? I'm not shocked about that. Okay, so I grabbed the purple. That's going to be Berry Bliss, y'all. And just going to grab a full cover tip to put it on. So for anybody that wasn't in the beginning of the live, I'll quickly show you what she's talking about. So this French nail, this is done by demagnetizing the first layer and then going in with a second layer. That's your actual French. And no, Sissy, I did not have to ask. I knew you were going to do the purple, but you know, it's kind to be like, which one would you like to see? Because maybe you had your eye on another color. But maybe hell would freeze over, right? Of course it would be the purple. What am I thinking? Okay, let me grab out. So I'm going to be featuring this striper brush. This is like for a lot of my detail work. Hi, Cordy! For a lot of my detail work, I like to use the Nails by Nicole J striper. So amazing. And you can also use, I have a discount code for this as well. Hello, Alice! How are you doing? Okay, so quickly before we start all of that magic, this is just the holographic section here. And this is again from the design that I did during my live, but nobody could see it because the camera was way too zoomed in. So I wanted to not only do this tutorial, but I'm also going to show you guys the cat eye Frenchie. And then we're going to also go right into swatching the brand new gel paints because I actually have a character art series coming. So I did want to grab, I just grabbed a handful of some of my, excuse the really beat up tablet here, but I have some of the character art that I've done here. And so I'm going to actually be featuring classes. So we're going to do some classes, go through like line work, all of that different stuff. And we're going to feature the brand new gel paints. So with the featuring the new gel paints, I actually painted the Labubu. That was using 3 of the brand new gel paints. So this was the first in the series, but we're going to do way more different characters. Some of them are going to be on tutorials via shorts, and then some of them are going to actually be lives that we're going to be. So I will go through the paints that I used for this and stuff, but I wanted to quickly show for anybody that was just joining in, please, please, please keep your bells on because we're going to be doing a character art extravaganza doing different characters and featuring Madam Glam's new gel paints. So now that that kind of sounded off, we're just going to quickly do that French. Aww, I love that. Assertive, exactly, Cordy. You tell him. So we're going to use the Berry Bliss. Now this is glow in the dark. So I'm freaking out. Anybody that's just joining, for Madam Glam's birthday collection, their 11th year, they have glow in the dark cat eyes. I've been wearing the Wish Glow, which is the green one, for about 2 weeks now. And every time I go on my night walks, anything like that with the puppy, literally my nails are glowing and it is so satisfying. I will quickly just show anybody that's joining. Let me pop the lights off here. So this is the set that I did on both of my hands, and this was with the Wish Glow. But this is it glowing, y'all. So as you can see, the glow is so bright, like my camera can't even cope right now. And what it's showing you is like half the brightness that it does. So I've never seen a company come out with a cat eye that also glows. I think that that is so rad. So again, with this design, it has the added benefit that not only is it going to be so ridiculously pretty, but it's also going to glow. So you want to put a pretty hefty, luscious coat on here. And then we're going to start off by demagnetizing. So you don't want any of those cat eye particles showing. And it is really important for your kind of swipe pattern. So make sure you put it on as smooth as possible. Hi Alice, how are you doing, beautiful? Okay, so we take your very strong magnet here and we want to just demagnetize it. So you want to see all that jelly, but you don't want to see anything else. So you literally just want that jelly magic. So as you can see, when I turn, there is still a little bit more. So I'm going to just quickly place the magnet so that all of those little pieces go, and it has. So at that stage, I'm just going to pop this in the lamp. Again, because I'm using Madam Glam silicone matte, I can just put the product directly on here. Trying not to put too much. We don't want to waste none around here. Okay. So again, you can use any liner brush of your choice. I have such OCD, man. Must be a perfect little dot in the corner here. Adding to my nail techniques playlist. I love you so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you guys so much for joining. So I'm gonna just grab again, I said, my trusty Nicole J striper here, and you can feel free, there's tons of also Madam Glam liners that you can also use. I already featured the application brush and the ombre, so I'm gonna grab this girly pop here, because besides the Madam Glam brushes, this is my favorite tool that I have in my arsenal. So as I was mentioning before, you could go in a second time to make sure this is like really purple, but I think this is absolutely perfect. So I'm just gonna, I had to give it a little, it felt like it wanted to move on me. I am gonna quickly just take that nub away because again, we don't want that. I'm just quickly doing that off camera. Just quickly just took a little, just so it's nice and smooth, and I'm gonna clean that off. You've smeared your silicone matte from Maniology? No! Oh my gosh, that breaks my heart. So actually, Madam Glam sent over a brand new one of these mattes. I will show you guys when I take out the gel paints, because this is completely stain resistant, but do not bring out the inks. I use their inks, and I had the very misfortune of staining the corner over here. So I have like a small window that I can use, and everything else is damaged. So I was really happy that they sent that over. So one thing I did want to note, the reason why I wipe this off is you want that matte finish because it's going to make it way easier when you start hand painting your Frenchie. So I'm just going to go in here, give a little luscious. It's my favorite bird. We're all about the lush here. Okay, so once you get that, just the tip, we're going to bring this around so you start at your center spot and just kind of bring around here. Then you start your center spot again and then just gently drag up. And again, cleaning off that jelly is just going to help you apply the product where you need it. And so you can actually see it because again, we're using the same color. So it can get very, not muddy, but just hard to see. Also, y'all, we're gonna have a live tomorrow evening. I'm gonna be painting my client's nails. So if you guys want to see that process, please put the bell notifications on. So when I go live, you can see that. I do think I might delete my YouTube, not actually delete it, but delete the application and reinstall it because I am still having that huge issue where it's zooming in like crazy. And it's so weird because right now I'm not zoomed in and it zoomed me in. So I had my other phone close just so I could see how much they zoomed me to avoid any issue. So already this is a nail fit for a princess. It's so pretty. And you guys saw I didn't need much. Just the tip. You did not need much, but it's already giving this like really soft, glittery vibes. So using the magnet, it's already working. I'm just softly bringing this up because we want to magnetize this entire area so that it has the juxtaposition here where you can really see. Okay, so once you've kind of magnetized it like that, I do take my cylinder magnet, and this is where I kind of really make that pop. Because again, you really want to ensure that the entire French is lit up, because that's going to make this design hit a lot better. And then the back and forth motion is what's gonna, like, I don't even know how to say it, ignite, bring out that reflective. So I think these are so bright, like, it's more than just the glow. Okay, so we're gonna pop that in. And then that's gonna go for a full 60 seconds, and we are just creating this. It's like a peekaboo French. You move it, disappears, pops back. Alice has been here for 5 minutes and already has the crown. Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. So that is definitely one of my favorite ways to use these cat eyes, just to do a little pop, and the jelly is so pretty. So after all of that, again, you just want to cleanse it and then top coat and you're done. Oh God, you guys are so cute. Okay, so oh, and a really fun added thing is that this glows blue. So let me see if I can quickly show you guys that as well. Because this, yeah, this isn't just a sexy purple. She also glows blue, y'all. So it's like, can it get any better? I don't know if it'll work. Because we have a lot of light here. Let me see. First of all, I don't know where my flashy just ran to, because she was close. Okay, here we go. So let me turn off everything, just to see if we can kind of show it to you. So I don't know if you can see that, y'all, but you see how that's blue? It's really, really cool. Yeah, you can definitely see that blue glow. She is actually at a doctor's appointment. But luckily we didn't get any racist trolls today, so I didn't need her wrench. Because let me tell you, I don't know what weird section of the internet we got to, but there's been some trolls lately. I guess that means I'm doing well, right? If the trolls are coming out. So let's top coat this. And I really, really love the finish of this. Like, I'm still going to end up doing a little tutorial for anybody that wasn't on the live, because I think that this is such a satisfying... Let me bring the other one. It's such a satisfying, simple technique, but it's so pretty. Yes, it almost goes a denim blue when it glows. You're right. It's so pretty. And yeah, Cordy, I don't understand people either. It's, there's a lot of trolls, and especially because I'm fair skinned, but I'm a woman of color, they like to put everything in quotations and say that that could never be. Like, they don't understand that the Black community can have very big range of skin tone, and it's just really sad that people start attacking you for something as beautiful as where you're from, because I think it's beautiful. Everybody around this world, all the cultures that we have, all the different, you know, the different cultures, and why not support those things, right? All the different people. I think it makes the world beautiful. So it's just, when that stuff starts coming, it's just like, okay, to the left, to the left. Aww. Yeah, complete ignorance. That's where it's at. So we did top coat this, and again, these were done with all of the creams, and then I topped it with the holographic cat eye. And when you really start getting that light source, you start seeing the rainbow. Oh, thank you, gorgeous. I feel the same way about you, honey bun. That's why I love this community so much. Is like, even when we have these trolls and things like that, everybody bands together. Everybody is so amazing. And again, there's room in this world for everybody to shine. But if you're going to be hateful or ignorant, racist, homophobic, like, there's no place for you here. That's why I thought it was funny that there was an early comment about the rainbow nails I had on. Like, that hurts anybody in the world. It's not Pride Month. I'm like, okay, but I'm still gay, so if I want to have some rainbow in the corner as I do a rainbow design, that's going to happen. So sorry. Okay, let's see. Let's have one of these present so I can kind of see the design in the corner here. So I'm just dipping in again to that black gel paint. Gina, I know. I was like, do you know where you are? But okay. Like, I never want to be rude, but at the same time, like, who says stuff like that? It's ignorant. It's like, before I ever came out, right? Of course I got the question from my parents where my mom was like, why are you watching all this gay stuff? And because I was like severely in the closet and didn't want to admit why I was watching this gay stuff, I was like, well, in a world of heteronormative love stories, I want to see all of the love stories. Yeah, baby gay. Of course you want to see the gay stories, but it's true. Like, there's all sorts of highlights of different relationships, and love should be celebrated more than anything. So instead of like trying to judge, it's far better to embrace and love one another, because love is always stronger than hate. But I'm so excited because our Pride Month, and this is why people are going to be like, why are you celebrating Pride in August? Well, in Vancouver, Pride Month is actually in August, not June, sorry. So I'm going to be able to do a full another Pride set with my collection and the new collection, Neon Wave. And I'll get to feature that and like show some Pride Parade videos and stuff. I'm gonna do a whole like vlog during Pride. I'm really excited for that. So hopefully we don't get more trolls like, why are you celebrating Pride? Well, because it's Pride Month in BC. That's why. Oh my gosh. You're so cute. I can't. Wrong audience. So these are just little abstract designs, but I really think the black enhances the rainbow, like the holographic rainbow. So we're gonna definitely include this in the design. Right? That gel paint. It's, oh, it's so delicious. And again, with this stuff, a little goes a long way. And I do like to mention to go as thin as possible, because wrinkling can be a really nasty thing. And if you have gone thick with it and you want to avoid wrinkling, then make sure you seal it in with a top coat. But again, because this cures with a no wipe finish, you don't have to if you don't want to. Oh, Cordy, these are the nails you were talking about, the holes. I've actually heard somebody describe it, and I really giggled. They called it the 3-circle abstract design or something. And with the 3 circles, I guess that's like what you do to create the pattern. I thought it was funny, but I don't know what it's called, so I was trying to find some reference images, and of course nothing was coming up, because I was like, negative designs, thick abstract lines, I don't know. What's it called? But yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. Like, you can do any kind of abstract lines or swirls, or you could even do a French on there. You could literally do anything. You could use stamping, but something about the black just enhances the rainbow so much, and that's really why I wanted it. There's also another option, which is like you can kind of do a cloud French. Oop, we're gonna have to fix that, little girl. It's like, go where I want you to go, okay? Don't make me have to cuss you out in this place. Okay, I just have to quickly grab a little bit of alcohol and just cleanse that little spot. A drilled out hole. Okay, so if you want to talk about that, a drilled out hole, when you're talking about hole art, boy, do I have the nail for you. Right, I feel like I'm on a game show. And welcome to the hole. This was done with airbrush and a stencil to kind of create the hole. So if she had said hole, I would have totally thought that. Hi, Sugar. How are you doing, honey bun? I actually came on because since I was so incredibly zoomed that last live, I wanted to come in and kind of redo this magic here and fix her because that was hurting my heart very much. That nobody could see what the heck was going on. You guys really have to check out Sugar went live this morning and she slayed. The nails she did were so gorgeous. And I'm so sorry, Sugar. I totally thought you were using my collection because of the bottles, and I just got so excited. But the Neon Wave collection, sweet baby Jesus, is she gorgeous? I'm living for all of it. Oh, I know. So even now, Sugar, it's doing the same thing. But luckily, I actually had my other phone out, so I have it in the corner so I can kind of see what it's showing. But right now on my end, I'm not zoomed in at all. So it's already started to zoom me. So I watched all of that. I'm actually going to delete my YouTube, like the app, and then try to re-download it, and hopefully that will fix whatever is going on. Because, you know, we put so much into our art and sharing our art, so if I'm literally seeing something different than what the audience is seeing, it's like, how can you fix something like that? So that's why I took out the trusty other phone here, just to avoid all that mess. Aw, thank you, beautiful. So I wanted to do these little press-ons for this hand, because I am going to film a little kind of like a nailed it showing how to do this design. So I wanted to quickly get the press-ons for it finished, and then I wanted to go through. I'll quickly show you. I have the new gel paints from Madam Glam, and what I wanted to do was a character art series, and in that character art series it is both, there's going to be lives where we do one-on-one or one on however many people are there, and I'll give kind of ahead of time, let you know what character we're doing so you can kind of paint along. And then there's also going to be the ones that I do via like a tutorial. So I quickly took out some of the characters earlier. I'm just quickly showing, because obviously when I like recently did the Labubu, that was with the, oh, we're having sliding friends here. When I did the Labubu, that was with the new gel paints. So we're going to kind of go through and do other characters. So I kind of wanted to show an example. Hi, Mom. How are you doing? Okay, so this was with the new paints. This was with 3 of the new paints, the Labubu, and I screamed. Like, the quality of those paints are crazy. So we are going to swatch those in just a second. I just wanted to get these girls done. And as well, because we already top coated this and the no white finish, this is like the last little bit. How are you doing, Mama Bear? I'm so happy to have you here. So y'all, that is my mom that's in the chat right there. She is the giver of my life. She is one of the sweetest human beings on the planet. And you're all her honorary children, so you gotta deal with that. Because my mom don't play. And I would encourage, if you are using the gel paints for larger areas, so for instance, I did the entire Labubu body with the gel paint, I would encourage you to use something like Madam Glam's petal brush that you can kind of move around a lot more product, because it is, since it's more viscous, it is harder when you're trying to cover a large area. So that's kind of like a tip that I would definitely share with anybody doing any kind of art, let alone character art and stuff where you're trying to fill in large sections. And then for me, I haven't cured any of the other nails because I do want to give time for this to self-level, because I'm not going to be putting a top coat on there. Ooh, oh, I can't wait, Sugar. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see. Your set already was so stunning, and I was freaking out over the holographic realness. I was saying in this live that especially that holographic paint, I find it's the cat eye, people don't use it enough. So it's so pretty. The finish on that, like, let me see if I turn my light down a bit. Like, the holographic pops on this, just trying to cover so you don't see that really shiny. But it's just so bright. I can't. Of course, Sissy, it meant the world that you were doing it. I swear, we learn so much from one another, and it just fills my heart with so much joy. Okay, so I want that area to be just a pinch thicker, so we're just going in there just to kind of really make that pop. And then we're going to go right into the gel paints. So this was really like an extravaganza, but I did want to prepare this at least so I have something for when I'm filming the tutorial. I like to have like a full hand of whatever done, because I feel like it's more, it gives that va-va-voom, if you will. A good liner brush will save you so much stress. That was also another issue. My liner brush had broke before we went live, and I didn't have this extra one. I was like looking all around. So I was very, very, very sad. Okay, so this is exactly the vision that I was going for. Just wanted those really nice pops. And that rainbow finish there. So I'm just gonna throw that in. I am just gonna give it a second to self-level. And again, I don't have to do anything with that because it is gonna dry and cure with the no white finish, so I don't have to seal that one in. I am gonna grab the other guy we were working on. Sorry, I hope I'm blinding nobody with the iridescent stand there. Okay, so pop those in, and then we did a quick tutorial as well on this kind of like the cat eye Frenchies that you can do by demagnetizing the base, because it's a jelly base, and then going in. Right? Isn't this sparkle so pretty? All of the ooh la la. You're saying I could blind you any day? You're so sweet. As long as it's getting blinded with pretty things. But this was some of the options that I did with the new collection. So we kind of did like a beach inspired, like a beach towel nail. And then a marble, and then we have some frosting for Madam Glam's 11th birthday. And then a really fun kind of like cat eye abstract swirl, and of course the Frenchie. Thank you, Mom! I thought that was super cute. So let's quickly grab this hand here, and I'm going to pop out. So again, this was all of the creams. Oh my gosh, it's so bright, it can't even cope. Let me turn down the one light. So these are the creams that we used today to create the final look. I'm just going to take these out so then we can pop that in, and then we can go right into the swatching of the gel paints. So for the gel paints, there's 14 brand new colors, and I've been waiting since like the inception. As soon as I saw the colors, first of all, I was losing my mind, and I wanted the green. There's like a green and blue that was not available, so I waited 2 years, y'all. 2 years for that to become available. Is my grandma here too? Hi, Grandma. You're sweet. I love you. My grandma is the hottest grandma you ever see. She fully is that one that will be busting out stilettos. And she has like the high heels. She don't play. Hi, Riri. Ooh, we had that stick try to stick to me. Okay, so we have our beautiful model is wearing the design that we made. Turned out so pretty. And I just love the holographic finish here. Right, the 5XL when you're older, of course. So this is the look that we did, and our model is featuring the fierceness. And again, this was done with Madam Glam's brand new 11th anniversary collection. We used the creams. And then not just that, we paired the creams with Madam Glam's holographic. So this holographic cat eye gel, this is a must-have because again, you can achieve these really cool, really cool designs with. Okay, so without further ado, let's grab out those gel paints. I'm going to quickly move the Sugar Rush colors. So we're going to say goodbye to those temporarily. Okay, so I did mention this mat that I'm using. This is the silicone mat from Madam Glam. So this is, they had sent me a replacement because I purchased this with my VIP. And then it ended up getting stained because I used, I have to laugh because it's like, oh, my luck, right? I had to use their inks, and the ink actually stained the other side here that you can't see. So they actually sent a replacement over, which I appreciate. This is huge. Really great to work on. And honestly, I do a lot of content, obviously, for them, like for releases and things like that. And I find, let me just quickly center this hand. Whenever I'm doing any kind of work, this background, at first you look at it, it's like an off-white. So you're like, oh, I wish it was a brighter white. Nay, nay. The moment you begin filming, it actually, the light brightens this background, and then it makes the perfect backdrop for when you're doing like tutorials or things like that. So I really, really love having this matte. Let's move the hand out of the way a little bit. Okay, so these are the new 14 gel paints. And again, anybody that's just joining, we're going to be doing a huge character art series with these gel paints. And the very first character art of the series was this Labubu. And the Labubu, actually, I was able to achieve this look. Let's just pop her. Whoop. We're hitting things now. So this Labubu, I was able to create using 3 of their new gel paints. So I'm going to quickly show you those first. I've been looking for a good one. Did you get all the rainbow ones? What's the rainbow one, sissy? So I did use for this Labubu, I used the baby pink gel paint, the blush, and then as well, we also use the hot pink. So those are the first 3 we're going to swatch because I already opened the tabs on these guys. And then we'll open all the other tabs and go through the other rainbow colors. So it is important to have some kind of, I saw on the site they had rainbow gel paints back. Oh! I'm not sure, but I just got all the 14 ones that they released. So I do have the previous gel colors. Let me quickly just open up my little drawer here. So they had like, obviously like the red, electric yellow, all the different colors, but these ones were unique. So they had obviously the rainbow, so the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then had extra ones like the dusty green and stuff. So we'll be able to go through these. And because these cure, right? Because these cure with a no wipe finish, you don't have to top coat. So first of all, a huge thank you to Madam Glam for sending these out. I can't thank you enough. I'm going to be doing the series, the character art series with them. I'm very excited. It is a good idea to give this a little stir. So I did grabbed a stir stick. Now, this couldn't even cope. Do you see how bright that is? I'm going to quickly grab my other light here. Hi, Tara. How are you doing, sissy? So I'm going to give this, I just give it a small wipe and then stir. Now, this is where you can see this consistency is something else. This is amazing. Like, I have no words. I'll quickly just... So that is the baby pink gel paint. And I'm going to just grab my brush. I'm going to be using the application brushes from Madam Glam to swatch these. Oh no! Tara, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm sending you the biggest squishes. I hope you start feeling better, beautiful. Okay, so I think we have everything. We just need that application. And then I need something to be able to wipe it off and clean these before we go back in. So again, before I start, y'all, I'm working on the Madam Glam silicone mat. So that's what this is. And it is one of the best work surfaces that you can work on. And let me turn this light down. It's hot in here. Whew. My Madam Glam came today. I haven't opened it yet. I have that baby pink in my order. Oh, honey, you're gonna love it. It's I was telling all of our squirrel friends here, I actually used this baby pink as the base for this Labubu. So it is a very bright, like really pretty pink. Okay, so let me just get all up close and personal here with my squeaky chair. So as I mentioned, you're going to want to use the application brush. I'm actually going to just use the excess because I don't want any waste. So I'm going to use the extra polish here from stirring. And then I just want a healthy, because we're going to do just one coat. It's very opaque. Did you know Cordy just posted her first short? Honey, as soon as I'm off of this, I will be checking out your short. Okay, I just want to make sure we get up close and personal. We can see everything. Just give me a second. I'm just taking a look over at the other phone to make sure we're centered here. You can use any kind of brush you want. You could also use your like square brushes. Hi, Nellie. How are you doing, sweetheart? Okay, so because I'm only doing one coat of this, I am going to dip back in. I see some sparse areas up in here. Now, you are going to want to make sure you give this time to self-level for sure, especially because this is a little thicker. I see a pesky hair here, but we're just going to try to keep swiping that away. Oh, you're finally home after work? So happy to have you, honey bun. Okay, so there's a couple patches here that are okay. Now that we have that in all of its gloriousness, I'm going to just quickly turn it around so it can self-level some more. But do you see how bright that pink is? It's giving me bubble gum. It's very pretty. How was work today, sweetheart? So I'm just going to give that a turn. And again, for anybody that's just joining, this is the brand new baby pink from Madam Glam. This is their 14 brand new gel collection, gel paint. So I'm just quickly swatching, but we're just giving her some time to self-level because she is a bit thickums. So you guys can see that is the baby pink. You were busy after the long weekend. How was your 4th of July, honey bun? Yeah, there's an evil fuzz in the corner of this, like, how dare she? I'm gonna try to remove it. I just heard my wife just got in. I hope her appointment went well. So yeah, it is really important, obviously, to make sure that there's nothing in your brush. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly pop that in. Oh, okay. So I actually love that you asked that because when Madam Glam had first reached out to me, I asked for this color and it was called Silver Magic. Let me just get it out. So Silver Magic is one of the only holographic rainbow colors I've ever seen from them. And again, so this was like 4 years ago almost. And I got to pick 4 colors. And I picked Wicked Witch, this Silver Magic. Oh, 3 actually. And yeah, Wicked Witch, Silver Magic, and cripes, there was one other color. See, that's the brain for you. But this Silver Magic, I swear I've never seen anything like it. I'm going to just quickly clean it off because there's some fuzzums here. So this is it. And it's just this really pretty holographic rainbow glitter. When you put it up close, you can really see. I still, even though there's ones that have been similar, I've never seen one with this, how like holographic and glittery this is. I've never seen one like this. So again, that's Silver Magic. I don't know if they have it anymore, but it was the very first, the first one I got, and I was just so in love. The only other things I would say would rival how sparkly this is the reflective ones they came out with. I don't know if, but the flash reflective for Christmas, this would be the only other thing that rivals that the sparkle. So realistically, for the swatches, I would go in with like 2 thin coats. But for instance, when I was doing this art, I didn't have to go in 2 times. I just went in once and it had the perfect coverage. But there's something when you're applying like with pressure that it's like you get a pretty great coverage, but it's not perfect. The silver from Halloween is hollow too. Yes, it sure is. But it's not the same. That's why I was saying it's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's not the same. They've even come out with there was the flash reflective, like what's it called? Rubber base coats that they came out with. Excuse the, which I say this would be like a more watered down version. Excuse the dust. I swear having your polishes up on a shelf is great, but because it's right on top of me, whenever I use my e-file or anything like that, the dust just goes everywhere. Okay, so before we switch to the next one, this is the baby pink. Right? The dust is crazy. And I be cleaning them on like the daily, and I'm just like, what is going on here? Okay, so the next one that I had opened for the Labubu is the hot pink. So I'm going to open that up here. Oh my days. She is bright. Okay, so I see when I looked into it, I did notice that there's a little spot that is not mixed properly, so I'm going to just grab the opposite end. These are so thick, I can't describe to you. They're an absolute dream. Like the opacity on it is crazy. waste not, want not. I'll just take that off of the little stir stick. That coverage is crazy. It's like Birds of Paradise. It's very tropical, hot pink. Right? It is so thick and creamy, and the coverage is crazy. Oh, so thick and creamy that we have a hair here. Let's get that out. Okay, so we're just going to let that one self-level and then move on to the next color. So I'm just going to turn that one over. And this again is the hot pink. Right, Nelly? Oh, this is the color of dreams. And yeah, because she's thickums and I am putting a healthy coat on there, I'm just giving it a moment to self-level, because obviously the self-leveling on this does take a little bit longer because it's more viscous. But for instance, when I painted the Labubu, I literally just waited for it to, all of those little lumps and bumps and grooves to go, so that we had that like really nice finish, and then went from there. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this one in the lamp. And then I'm just going to quickly clean my brush. Now, the best way to clean it is to use base coat or top coat. But because I'm swatching like so many different colors, I really want to get out the stuff, I am using this. Like, do you see all this little, I don't even know, I call it contamination. You can't even see it at first. Then I obviously just keep applying pressure and getting all of that out until it kind of, that, I call it the water, but it's acetone. When the acetone springs clean, then we're good to go. It's also very fast drying, so I wait until it's completely dry before I dip it into the next one. And obviously with colors, when you mix different colors, there's like an orange base in there. So I'm just quickly cleaning that. Because one thing you'll see, especially if you're switching in between like gel paints, is if you don't clean your brush properly, you'll have it where all of a sudden, like if you're doing a light color, like a white for instance, that other color starts seeping through, and that is just a nightmare. So I just cleanse that one. As that one dries, I'm going to grab my other application brush because I brought two of them. Okay, so I have the second one out, and so the final color that I used is the blush pink for the Labubu. So I had already opened those, but then everything else I had not opened because I wanted to do this special live and be able to go through all the colors with you. So this is the, let me just move this over here so you guys can really see it. This is the hot pink. And just for reference, before I go to the next color, if you look at the hot pink and the baby pink, it's really beautiful. Like the contrast is everything, and just shows you that you really need them all Because when you're doing certain arts, it's like it's incomparable. You really need a good variety. Okay, so the next up is the baby pink, the blush pink. They really hooked us up with pinks in this guy. They made sure. Now this one's super soft. I would almost say it has like a yogurt consistency. Or rather, it looks like yogurt. It's definitely thicker than that. Whew, we're going through a heat wave, so this little fan I have has been a godsend. Now, because I always like prime my brushes. If you don't, you'll get these little like streaks that come through. But because I'm swatching this, I'm not really butthurt about that. Because once it self-levels, all of those streaks will go away. It's so light, but so pretty. So I'm just going to quickly condition the brush. I'm literally just wiping it with like the same product. Now any color that's like this that is more sheer, if you will, or lighter, depending on the design you're doing, you might need to. Like if you're doing like a full body, but if you're just doing line work, then you're not going to need to put an additional one. It's so pretty. Right? How it self-levels. So, because like at first you're like, oh god, there's all these lines, but it's okay. Just give the baby a moment. And honestly, like for a lot of my character art, I use these gel paints. So I've really figured out how to work with them, not against them. Just giving that a little bit of time to self-level. It is so hot in here, y'all. I'm trying to be all cool, but it is hot. The baby is hot. I can't thank you guys enough for coming into today's live. And I'm just so happy that I had use of this other phone so that I could see what we're seeing. I'm going to take a screenshot for Sugar so she can see what I'm talking about. Because, like, for instance, the image that you guys see, I don't see that. I am completely zoomed out. So the fact that it's zoomed in, I'm like, okay, well, let's work with it. Hi, Amina. How are you doing, beautiful? So that is the blush pink. I'm so happy that you're here, gorgeous. Like, I get to just admire you from afar in your videos, so to actually have you here and to be able to chit-chat is everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop that in the lamp. Now, because that one is so sheer, I didn't want to. I just wanted to make sure that all of them were just one coat. I am going to go in with just a little bit of a... Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. We actually, earlier on in the live, we did these nails. This was using the holographic rainbow cat eye from Madam Glam and then their brand new creams. So we did this together. And then we also did a little tutorial on how to do some Frenches with cat eyes as well. So you can kind of like demagnetize it and get, I'll kind of pull it up for you so you can see. But we've been doing a lot of magic today. And now we're just kind of going through, Madam Glam has these brand new gel paints. And I've been waiting specifically for the yellow and blue for like 2 years. So I'm very excited that they're available now. So we're just swatching those because we're going to be doing a character art series. Right? The shine on it is everything. Okay. So there's some sheer patches there. Again, if you were doing actual nail art, you would have no issues. Because I'm using this like full coverage here, that's just going to drive me crazy. So I am going to dip in, do one more layer here, call her a day, and move on to the next color. So these ones, you can ombre with them, but I would suggest actually the pudding gels. The pudding gels are your best bet for ombres and things like that. It's so smooth, it's crazy. So that's that baby pink. I'm just gonna pop that in the lamp and then we're gonna move to our next color. You're gorgeous, Nelly. Thank you, sugar. Okay, so I'm just gonna put to the side here all of the paints that we have used so there's no confusion. Let me see, this will actually be a good way for me to kind of block out the space. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll throw some of the characters up there because that's obviously what we're talking about. I really love this little Stitch. I think he's so stinking cute. Okay, go on with your bad self, Mr. That's a yacht for sure. That's a big boat. Excuse my like tore up tablet, by the way. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop that in, but just for anybody that's just joining, that's the blush pink. And I'm just gonna pop that in. And then our next color, I wanna do one of the ones that I've been waiting for. So I'm gonna pop out this green here. Oh, Nelly, thank you so much, beautiful. That's why I was saying to you earlier, I am going to be doing classes and whatnot, so there's going to be a mixture of paint with me's where we can also vote on what we're painting so that you guys can have a direct, you know, influence in that. And then as well for the character art series, I'm going to have like tutorials as well in addition to the lives. So I do want to, so happy that was not open, I do want to feature these gel paints, and that's kind of the brainchild behind getting these, is I wanted to feature them all in the series. Now this broke when it was arriving, so I'm just going to quickly fix this. I'm going to get, I did just have it, where did you go? I have these little like sticky, this should work. There's 1, 2, 3. I think that should be good. These are just little like sticky tabs. It's similar to what I use on my nail stands because sticky tack just does not work for long hauls, like when you're shaping and doing all that kind of stuff. I started off using sticky tack, but it is nothing in comparison to the Gorilla Glue tabs. Ultimately, those are the best ones. Why is this one trying to come off crazy? It's like, that was giving me sticker action of a sticker within a sticker. Is this the Inception here? Can you please? Rude. Thank you. Goodbye. Don't need you. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So I usually use these for my little stands like this to kind of stick the nail on. But since my cap broke here, I was using it to fix the cap. Okay, let's try to push that. Maybe I need it a bit thicker. Okay, so that was the green paint that we just fixed because the inside cap fell out. Now these have little tabs on them right here. Please don't act up. It's totally going to act up. 1 second. She does not want to open. So I love the tabs because it allows me to just open it up without any issues. But of course, there's always going to be that one that tries to act up. Now, that is so bright. Whew. Oh, thank you. We had to do her for Easter. That was like Easter time. Okay, so that is so vibrant. Give me a second. I'm just going to... This is why I'm wearing gloves. Oh. I just gotta give it a moment because there's no way my hands are gonna fit in. You know when it's like sticky almost? Okay. Give it a little twirl. I'm sorry, we're having this is a impromptu finger dance as I try to dry my hands so I can put them back in. The gloves. Because if you know anything about wearing gloves for a long period of time, if you try to just put those on, it's not happening. There we go. I've got to do the other Powerpuff Girls. That was the only... We only did one for that one. Okay. So next up is that green. I'm going to take the brush that we cleansed earlier. And I'm just going to take off all that stuff that was on the cap. That's what I'm going to use. So that's usually what I do when I'm swatching any kind of gel paint, is whatever's on the cap is what I'll use for the swatching. So excuse because it's going to be a little bit of a mess on my brush. Oh my gosh, this green though. Oh, she's very pretty. Okay, I need to just get a little bit more on. Screaming. Okay, this is like the thinnest coat, and that coverage is crazy. My daughter looks like Buttercup. Oh my gosh, so let's just say that's just your daughter. That's just a cartoon of your daughter instead. Okay, so I have been waiting specifically for this green. This is going to make doing characters so much easier. I still want to paint, oh gosh, what's his name from Mulan? Is it Mushu? I want to paint Mushu. And there's all these characters that I've been dreaming of. Okay, I'm sorry, that just went on too smooth. So gorgeous. I am in love with this green. For Madam Glam's birthday, this is very much green apple, and though it's showing up a little bit more pastel, it's actually neon green. So I don't know if maybe if I cut the light for a second, it is a neon and I am living for it. Oh gosh, that is so pretty. Yeah, can you guys see that? Stop this. Okay, so I'm gonna just put that in the lamp. Let's close that up. I'm so in love. Does anybody have a favorite color so far? That is crazy. That is so pretty. I'm just gonna let that, I was gonna let that self level for a moment. So I have way too much product on my brush, so I'm going to just quickly clean that. So if you could bear with me for just one moment. Kind of stick some pretty nails here in the middle for you to stare at as I just viciously clean this brush. Okay. Because again, we are doing so many vibrant colors that I don't want a chance that I'm going to contaminate. So I just want to take a moment and really cleanse this girl here. Right? Isn't that green gorgeous? The pale pink and the green are your favorite so far? Ooh, honey, I can't wait to put the rainbow. Like once we have the rainbow of colors down, I can't wait to put that all together and see the story, the color story there. So green is one of the hardest when you're cleaning it. It's really hard to get out of your brush. Green and red. Welcome to Christmas. So just give me a second as I obliterate my acetone. And again, the right way to do this is with base coat. Do like I say, not like I do. But I just really want to make sure that this is fully clean, so I don't care. I'm going in with the acetone. Okay, so the other one that was out of my dreams was the electric blue. But I'm going to wait a second on that girl, and we're going to do the flame red next. So before I go to that color, I'll just quickly show this one again. That green apple is delicious. It says lime green, but I'm also picturing some very vibrant green apples. Okay, so flame red is the next one. Now, the only reds that they have done when it comes to gel paints is actually, let me just quickly grab it out for you guys, because their red is very different. So this is it, red gel paint. And let me just open it up so we can see it. This is the color of love. It is very bright, very red. So I can't wait to see what their flame red is, because obviously it's going to be a different tone than the regular red gel paint that they have. Okay, so let's just get the little... So I can already tell that I'm going to have an easier job with this. The green one had a different pull, like a different cap or a little tab on it. So this tab here is real easy to pull. Ooh, okay, so this one's like the neon version of that red. Oh, that's bright. Yeah, no wonder they say flame red. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Okay, let's dip into that girl now. Hi, buddy. Okay, let's dip into that. Would you be able to make me an iced tea? Mm-hmm. Where is it? Sorry, guys, one second. And I'm back. I just had to do wife duty. She needs some help. Okay, so let me just close this because we have fur babies around. So I don't want any hair getting in there. So I would say, like, in the start of my nail journey, I wish that I had have known about gel paints. Especially, let me try to pull. So, for instance, this is why I really wanted these characters close so I could kind of talk about it. When I go in with the black gel paint, I know that that's somewhere close here. So all the line work on this was done with the black gel paint. And if you're using something that's not opaque enough, when you're doing very thin areas or very thick areas, you can almost see through it, if that makes sense. So I wish I had have known about gel paints earlier, because when you're doing this kind of detailed line work, there's nothing that will give you a better line or better precision. I think that's a better word to use. to give you better precision than gel paint. Oh, no worries, Nelly. Oh, honey, not a problem. We're so happy that I had you in, and we love you. And we'll definitely see you very, very soon, sweetie. I was just so happy to see your beautiful, beautiful face. Oh my gosh. Okay, things are trying to fly all over the place here. Now, I'm trying to just clean as I go, because I am the one that will end up covered in paint here, so just give me a second. That's why I love the silicone mat. Very user-friendly. So, kind of just to show you what I'm doing here, is I'm just using what is on this cap already as to not waste anything. And then we're just going straight in. Just dipping back into that cap, applying a little bit more, dipping into the lid there. I love, love this red. I would say there's definitely tones in here that are orange. But I am not mad. This is like a coral, like a hot coral red. It is very pretty. So I'm just quickly giving some passes here to make sure we've got full coverage. Y'all, I'm sorry. This speaks for itself. Are you kidding me? Like, I am mommy. This is hot. I would name this one just straight up caliente. That is juicy. So bright. Right, Alice? Oh my goodness, my queens. Wow. So I am going to give like another thin coat to that girl. I'm just going to pop that in for a full minute. We have a little bit left on the brush, and that would just kind of make it a bit more vibrant. But again, I promise you, if you are doing art with this, you're not going to need to go in with another coat. I'm just applying like very thin and applying a lot of pressure, which obviously can thin it out when you're doing it, but whew, this flame red, this one's a must-have. Let me just close this up. This is stunning, right? Absolutely lush. So while that's in the lamp, I'm just gonna grab another one that we can dip into. I'm just gonna open this up. So this is the magenta gel paint, just so we have no time wasted as the other ones in the lamp. I can at least open this up here. Okay, perfect. So let's do that pull. Oh my days. If Barney had a hot sister. Hello. Just trying to let that kind of drip down. Oh my God. Stop this right now. That's beautiful. I am going to have to give it a light stir. But that is so pretty, right? All of the grape magic, Alice. Oh, Alice in Wonderland. We're in nail land right now. Okay, so I am freaking out. This red is crazy. And again, I am just applying all the pressure, going in super thin. I love how this covers. And honestly, if you're using this as a full coverage color, I would suggest you do the same. Just 2 really thin coats, just so you don't thicken it up and have a chance of it wrinkling on you. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly clean. This is the name of the game here. Just going to clean my brush so that I can dip into that really bright magenta. And I can't scream enough about how happy I am that this cures with a no wipe finish, because that completely eliminates the top coat fiasco. Now, I would have to stir that, but the stuff on the top is already way stirred enough. So we're just going to go right in with that. Now, I'm fighting for my life here because everything I touch is the paint. So 1 second, let me just clean off my little hand. So this is the magenta. Y'all, stop this right now. Do you see this? So pretty. And as you guys see, like once your brush is seasoned, if you will, conditioned, you won't have any of those streak marks anymore. You'll just have really great coverage. Like the ones that I went super thin with, you didn't even have to wait for it to self-level because it just hugged the nail so beautifully. I'm sorry, on a clear nail like that, having it go this smooth, right? Oh my gosh, sisters. That's beautiful. So I'm just gonna quickly pop that in the lamp. And then obviously while that's in the lamp, I am going to open up another one and clean my brush. Because that is like the ritual that we have to do. I'm also trying to find colors that are complementing and or very close to each other so that if there's like the smallest amount in my brush that it won't actually do anything. So this is the magenta purple. I think this is a showstopper. This is absolutely stunning. And again, we have to name her. She is Barney's sexy sister, cousin, I don't know, but yeah, that is a purple for the books. So that's gonna go in, put that one in the lamp, put those two on the side, and we are just gonna dive into some more. So I'm gonna throw out that. Let's go over to the blue that I've been waiting for. That's electric blue. Just gonna again quickly clean that brush. Thank you guys so much. I know that's parts of this because especially this isn't like when you swatch a bottled product, right? So any like a builder gel in a bottle or a color, you can just keep painting till your heart's content. But when you have to clean out a tool, it can get rather interesting. So I'm so sorry, y'all. Just bear with me. I swear the more I clean it, the more comes out of it. Just like, what is happening here? Okay. And then I'm gonna also go in with my other brush here, make sure she's clean too. So we can kind of go back to back. The other one that was kind of leaving more of those streaks is my older one, and I find that it's like super frayed now. Because obviously she's been through the war. Not the War of 1812. Okay, so this is the blue. Oh, I can already tell I'm gonna love this blue. This is a very sky blue. She is stunning. Just want to bathe in it. I'm sorry. That's probably sounds weird. I just want it all over. It's so pretty. Okay, let me quickly just load up my brush and get this party going. I feel like that's not enough. See, when I took that cap off, there wasn't a lot of product on the other end, and I think that's because it's like, let's conserve. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so let's conserve that bad boy. Okay, beach nails. Let's go to the beach. Let's go get the wave. Oh my gosh. Oh my soften us. Yo, my brain just short-circuited. This is too pretty. Madam Glam, you're out here giving people heart attacks. Excuse me? I gotta get one fluff out of here. One fluff is all it takes. I can't. This is nuts. I believe in miracles. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been waiting for this for 2 years. This has been sold out, this blue. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I already just had a nail baby. This broke, but I can't. Let me just get close and personal here because y'all got to see this. Right? Cordy, Alice, oh my days. That is so pretty. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I gotta switch out my glove because it's no longer gloving, but damn, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's gotta be one of the favorites right there. That is so pretty. Again, I don't think I could ever have enough blues in my life. Oh my gosh, so I love the blue so much. This is what I talked about being clumsy. I said I wanted to wear it, right? Okay, well, be careful what you wish for. Because dreams do come true. Give me a second here. So yeah, just make sure, again, we're not to have this stuff on our skin. So if it happens, don't freak out, but just make sure you get it off with the quickness. Okay, I have been talking entirely too much, so I'm going to take a sip of water. Oh my gosh. I am just in love. I'm going to bring these swatches close to you for a second because, damn. Okay. So we have the flame, magenta, the blue. Let's bring some more from the corner. The green, the pinks. So this is so far, you can already see there is such a pretty array of colors. Isn't that gorgeous? I can't. I'm so in love. And as Sugar was mentioning, the rainbow of colors I'll be able to show in just a moment. But these are so pretty. Okay, so let me put these back in their home in the corner over here. And I'm so grateful I haven't had to top coat any of those because of the formula. Ooh, you're having a cup of tea? Having a cuppa? Yeah, I need to have a little sip. 1 second. Let me mute myself. You guys don't need to hear the guzzle. The way my bottle just cried from overuse there. Okay, so there's been all these talks of lavender marriages. Let's get out this lavender gel paint. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, that is Lavender Dreams. That is so pretty. Okay. Let me quickly just get the swatch stick. And then also let's make sure that the brush is clean. Just 1 second. Right, Alice? Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Okay. So this is what I meant by complementary colors. So there is going to be blue inside of this to create this really gorgeous purple. So I'm not too afraid, like if there's like the teensiest contamination. because it's not going to show. But again, that's why I was trying to pick colors that were close to one another, because I am cleaning out the brushes good, but we're also doing fast changes. Yeah. Anybody that is like, should I try gel paints? Yeah, you don't need to wait. And now that they've come out with all these colors, whew, I'm sorry, but the coverage is just, it speaks for itself. That's insane. Whew. And for anybody that, because as I'm like losing my breath with excitement here, anybody that might be new to Madam Glam or might not know, they have a VIP program that gives you permanently, as long as you pay your $29 a month that you can pause anytime, you get 50% off of all of the gels. So that makes like getting a bundle like this one so affordable. And then not just that, but they enter you in for monthly, like they have different giveaways and things that they do just for VIP customers. And there's often site-wide deals as well that is again just for VIPs. So I've been a VIP member for forever now, and I usually save up about 6 months of credits and then I just go crazy. So even though I work with Madam Glam, I also love to do my hauls and all of that to kind of get things right, haven't they? They've outdone themselves. Hi, Jihan. Okay, so I'm just going to let that self-level a little bit, pop that in, and then we're going to grab another color. Let's go for this baby blue. Guys, I swear, I go for all the Charm Sister colors, right? So I can't get enough pink, blue, purple, green. Like, I probably have more of those colors than anything. So the fact that they hooked us up with a variety here, I am just screaming. Okay, so we're gonna pop that one in. Let's go for this baby blue. There we go. That is so soft and delicate. Oh, if you think green is the best, you'd love to see what I'm wearing on my hands right now. Okay, so I have two very dirty brushes, so just 1 second. Let me clean those. Like, bring back the tasty tray of nails as I'm just cleaning these. So both my brushes here, you can see they need some cleaning. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. First, on a towel, like a kitchen roll, I am just like clearing out as much of the product without even introducing anything, like no acetone, no nothing. Just quickly cleaning it, and then I'm gonna go in with the cleaning solution. So for anybody that's just joining, I'm also going to be doing a live tomorrow on an actual live and breathing human. I'm going to be doing my neighbor's nails. I actually did her nails like 3 weeks ago, and they have stayed on beautifully. Like, Madam Glam does not play. She didn't even want an overlay, so we just did them on her natural nails, and we had no lifting, no nothing. So that's like massive. Okay, we almost have everything clean. Just 1 moment, beauty queens. And sorry, I do know this live's a bit longer, but I really wanted to come on here and not only do that design, but get these beautiful gels swatched. How is everybody doing? Okay, so I cleaned out those 2 brushes. That should be pretty good for now. I'm just going to quickly with the one brush, I'm going to dip into the stuff that was on the cap. So this is the baby blue. Let's move this. I really love this collection of gel paints. If you got this collection, you'd be able to create so many different looks. And again, this also levels up your game for when you're doing designs on like matte bases, for instance, and things like that, because of the no wipe built in. So Madam Glam's delivering. They're giving you no wipe formulas, they're giving you glow in the dark formulas, glitter formulas, cat eyes, like they're kind of giving you a bit of everything. So this is so pretty. I'm going to turn it around a little, let it self-level. Just putting that in the lamp, just one moment. Hi, Arzu. So yeah, we're just gonna wait a second for that to level. While that's leveling, I'm gonna grab another color. We have this dusty green, and as I was mentioning, trying to stay with similar colors. So we'll do that dusty green next. We're not doing bad. 2, 4, 6, 8. This is the 10th. We only have 4 more colors. So we're doing really great. Hi, Althea. How are you doing, beauty queen? Okay, so there's just a little tiny lip of product that I wanted to self-level. So while that's happening, I'm going to try to find the... Okay, so Madam Glam's a goat for this. These little inserts, these are very necessary. So annoying thing that happens with any kind of potted gel product is stuff starts to pool and it tries to spill out. So these little caps are very helpful for all of that because that is really annoying. Okay, now this must have been made maybe at a different time than all the other ones because this doesn't even have the lip. So give me a second. So I do want to try to get this off properly. Because usually what I do is I put, I have like an arrow tool, but I don't want to do that. I just want like a seamless. You can see it, I'm so close. There we go, perseverance. I've heard of a dusty rose, but I've never heard of a dusty green. I'm already loving this, kind of giving me army. I think I want to do an army nail set just because that color is so pretty. Kind of olivey too. Kind of has like an olive. Let me bring it up close again for anybody just joining. This is the dusty green. Very pretty. Just gonna seal that up because I'm gonna use what's on the cap to do the swatch. Take that swatch out. Okay, so we're just going to, with what was on that cap, Literally held my breath. That is gorgeous. Ooh. Oh, I love that. We're gonna have to go in with the yellow next after with this lemony, like a lemon leaf almost is this dusty green. We have a couple fluffs in there, so I'm just gonna apply some pressure. Must be creating diamonds with all this pressure we be putting. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly pop that in. I think I am gonna go in with like just a little thin, because it's a bit sheer, but I'm gonna pop that in the lamp. And so while that's in the lamp, I wanted to show you guys, these were the two, and I'm loving this baby blue and lavender. Those are so pretty. Yeah, those are gorgeous. Just trying to show them in all of their, yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, put those two in the corner. Let's just quickly get a little bit more on here. And again, because I'm working really thin, there's just like a couple of sheer spots, but the moment I went back in there, that's perfect. Yeah, all you need is a good brush, and you will be surprised with the coverage. Okay, so I'm gonna let that self-level. That's in the lamp, just self-leveling. That was the dusty green, so I said I wanted to move over. This neon yellow would be everything, but you wanna know what? There's another color that's close to the green, so that's a mint. So I'm gonna quickly grab the mint green here. Yes, we've got a good tab. Madam Glam, just saying, these ones, this is the way to go. Oh, turquoise dreams. That's pretty. Minty. So even right now, it's showing a little bit lighter. It's actually a brighter mint. This is very pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna close that up. I am quickly, bear with me y'all. I just have to clean my brushes again. It's honestly why I brought the two of them, because I knew I could use them in tandem. I'll bring back the board of nails. Something to look at while I do this. Thank you, Cordy. I'm sending you so much love, honey bun. Thank you to everybody that's sticking around to see the swatching of all of these. As soon as the mint green is finished, we only have two more. And then I did want to ask, like, while we're live, is there any characters that you guys want to see, like cartoon characters, for the series? If there is, please comment, and I'm going to take a screenshot if there is any characters that people would like to see. Now again, I'm sorry. Just bear with me here. I'm just quickly cleaning these brushes. Okay, crisis averted. We've cleaned all of that magic up. Just have to grab a swatch stick and we can continue. I've been watching on and off in between work. I love what you've been doing today. Tasha, thank you, honey. Okay, so since you've been watching on and off, have you been able to see everything I've been doing? Like, granted, if there's a time I'm going in the lamp or something, but like for the most part, have you been able to see everything? I'm just working with an issue that's going on with YouTube where it's zooming in everything. So I actually grabbed a secondary phone so I could have that going during the live so I could make sure that I could see, properly to make sure that I wasn't out of. Oh my gosh, I was on your home TV. Okay, that makes me so happy that you've been able to see stuff because honestly, that last live, it really broke my heart. That's why I did come on today because I just wanted to redo that one design. Actually make sure people could see what I was doing and then kind of go from there. Okay, Mint. Okay, come through. This is beautiful. Now, this is another one of those colors that if you press the very hard, which I'm doing, kind of can see some thinner areas, like more opaque. I will kind of go in with another coat, but I am so in love with that. Right, a mint any time of the year. Okay, and a shout out to Alice because she's been doing the best emojis for each and every single color. So big shout out to her because you're keeping this interesting for me too. Getting all the good ones. I did notice, which irritated my soul, that I must have touched something that got up here, but I digress. It's okay. It doesn't take away from the really pretty color. So we literally, as soon as I finished this mint, we just got 2 more. And then we would have swatched everything. So yeah, please, y'all, if there's any characters you want to see, put it in the comments. I'll screenshot. Make sure I feature those as well. Because now, like, though we already started off, we kicked off the character art with the Labubu, which is right here. And we got to use 3 of the brand new paints. But now that I have all of these swatched, I can actually look at the colors and kind of select some more characters that will be able to showcase these really pretty paints. Oh, thank you, Tasha. Do you have a favorite cartoon character? I can add it to the list, and so then you can see one of your favorite characters come to life. Yeah, y'all, this is like insane. Personally, if I was working on a client and I was using these, I would go in heavy-handed like I am right now, do it very thin, and then you just got this super sexy coverage. This is gorgeous. So I'm just gonna pop that in the lamp. And yeah, all of these characters were made with Madam Glam gels, and so they're creams and gel paints. Let that self-level a little bit. Okay, now let's look. So we've got this neon yellow that I want to dip into. So let's bring that one up close and personal. Sorry for the squeaky chair. It's, what is it? The squeaky wheel gets the cheese. I must get all the cheese then. Ooh, that's a great, okay, let me quickly screenshot that. Smurf. Yeah, I wanted to do like Smurfette or Papa Smurf, so that's a great suggestion. Oh my gosh, that's not wanting to come off. There we go. That yellow is bright. I think this would be more of like a pastel, but bright in comparison to the electric yellow. This was another one that they had. Chippendale! Oh my gosh, Rescue Rangers. Let me take a screenshot of that too. That's a great suggestion. Chippendales. Oh gosh, now I'm gonna have that in my head all evening, but that's not a bad thing. Okay, because this yellow is so bright, I am gonna quickly make sure my brush is good. And that it doesn't need more cleaning. Pepe Le Pew! We got a skunk here. Let me take a screenshot of that one too. That's a great suggestion. All of those, like, you know, like Tweety Bird, Pepe, those are all classics from our childhood. Holy Toledo. I'm so sorry, guys. 14 colors worth of changing and cleaning your brushes. There ain't no quick way to do that. I tried my best. To anybody that's just joining, we started off the stream by creating these really beautiful holographic cat eye nails using the Summer Rush. Oh, Cordy, I actually already did that. I did Roger and his girlfriend, Miss Jessica. Or Lola, rather. I want to always say Lola, but it's Jessica Rabbit. 1 second, let me show you. I did those on stilettos, so they're a bit smaller. I have a trusty, like, my bag of nail art, so I have it close here that is just like character stuff. So this was Roger Rabbit and Jessica. This was a couple years ago, I think. I think this was 2 years ago. But I can do Roger again if you'd like to see. I can do a different drawing. This was 2 years ago. Kind of put them over there. Peg. Peg from Lady and the Tramp. Because I love that you said that. I actually have Lady and Tramp. But the whole thing is when I did this was at like the beginning of my character art. So I've definitely learned a lot since I started. But this was like maybe 3 years ago now. 3 years ago for Valentine's Day with Madam Glam. They came out with these like crepes. They were like a metallic gel. So I wanted the metallic gel as the base. So this was Lady and the Tramp just sharing a spaghetti. But yeah, again, you can see over the years, like I've definitely grown, but it's been an obsession. This was recent. This is little Pikachu. This was last year. So there's all sorts of kinds, but that's why I really wanted to open up, I don't know what to call it, open up the list or what have you, that we could get some ones I haven't done and be able to. What's that gel in a pot? Which one, honey? The one I'm about to swatch? This one, the neon yellow? Or is it something else? Okay, let me grab another color. Or rather, another swatch stick. Oh, what gel is that? Okay, so I think I have them close. Well, I have one of them. Because I have all of my gels are above me in on a shelving unit. But this was one of them. I'll quickly look because they had matching bottles. So this is called Magic Dust. Oops. But they're like, see, it's got to have a little mixy mix. 1 second, let me mix her. But they were like the metal finishes, and this was before they ever came out with all of the different metal ones they have now. They had these, and it was for Valentine's. Here's another one of them. And I honestly, from the time I saw these, I lost it. This is, again, just the heat thing. But these were 2 of them. And let me just try to open up the one. I just want it to mix a little bit better. And again, don't be afraid. If you see your stuff separating, just give them a shake, because it will still work beautifully. You just have to make sure you give them a mix. So it has such a pretty finish. And so yeah, those weren't the ones in the pot actually. These ones were just the creams that kind of had this really nice finish to it. You know me, any excuse to do character art. I was like, it'll make a good background. Let's paint some things. But yeah, so the colors, I don't know if they still have these, but Supernova Love and Magic Dust. I thought they're great for backgrounds. Absolutely great. Okay, so speaking of great for backgrounds, these sexy colors are perfect. Uh-oh, did I already knock it over? I sure did. Where'd I put it? It's on me. See, this is where I said I wanted to throw out these little things, because now I done got this all over my shirt. That's okay, just give me 1 second. I have to just change. I was like looking down, I'm like, where's the cap for the yellow? I'm literally wearing it on, it's attached to my shirt. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly. You guys are getting more than you bargained for, a whole strip show. Luckily, you can't see the other side of this, because I had to take that shirt off very quickly. I didn't want it getting all over my pants and stuff. Stuff and things. Okay, so this was full with a whole wet t-shirt contest and everything. Okay. My nail studio's in my bedroom, so I could just grab another shirt, so we're good to go. Now we can continue, but nothing like me wearing the colors. That's probably not what we're supposed to be doing, right? Somebody's gonna be like, Raven loved it so much that she was wearing them. Okay, I already saw a pesky little hair. So I quickly took that out of the mix. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is very like limoncello. It's a very pretty yellow. Let's just make sure that I'm centered before I start. Okay, there we go. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I really think having this extra phone here, I can read the comments better too. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to make me lag, but honestly, lagging a little bit in comparison to you not being able to see anything I'm doing, I think there's no comparison. So as you guys can see, this one's a bit more sheer, and that's always the one that's going to have a little bit more lines and stuff. But as it self-levels, that will all go away. I am going to do one more thin coat of this one. I do like to kind of show you guys it self-leveling right as you go. Hello, Veronica. How are you doing, honey? So that's perfect. I'm just going to pop that in the lamp. This was that mint green. And I'm sorry, I've been getting so excited. Let me just quickly go through while that's in the lamp. So this is the mint green. Oh, glad you're doing well. Oh, I'm always ready for Halloween. I think it's like mind, body, and soul, just always. So that's the mint green. And we have this dusty green. It's really pretty. And then we have this lavender. How about you, Tasha? Honey, are you ready? I feel like I stay ready, like I was born ready. This is the baby blue. This is the green. Electric blue. So remember, there's two different blues, the baby blue and the electric. Right? More witchy things. Yes. Yes, sissy, I'm right there with you. The magenta. And this is just a review for anybody that might just be popping in or just going through Madam Glam's 14 brand new gel paints. I'm going to be doing a character art series, so we want to just quickly go through these first, get to know them up close and personal, and then start our series. Well, we technically kicked it off already with the Labubu. And we got some really great suggestions in the chat, so that if anyone's watching this on replay, write your suggestions for characters you'd like to see. That is pretty. Very just like a light blush. There's just all sorts of little things I've learned over time, and also everyone does character art a little different, but I like to do it the color blocking style, so I'll be showing you guys how to do that. And then obviously line work, because you are not going to have an easy time unless you practice line work. That is one of the biggest things with character art. Okay, and then for now, last but not least, is this hot pink. And we still have two more that we're going to swatch right now, and then that will bring us to 14. Okay. And I will kind of do my best to, at the end, show you all of these. That's always interesting. And then we have this yellow. I'm going to do one more coat though. This is the very sexy neon yellow. But because it's more sheer, I want to do one more coat. It's really funny because when it comes to art, I've never been somebody that could paint characters or anything like that. So it wasn't until I found nails, and like that was what I gravitated to. It's like a lot of like Nails by Dev, Ball Pit, like all of those creators that did all this different character art. But I just was mystified. I didn't really think it was something I could do, because if I try to like sketch or do something like painting wise, it doesn't turn out like I want. But there's something magical as soon as I start painting with gels and working on our little tiny canvases, something completely different. And so I'm excited to share kind of what goes on in my brain as we're doing this stuff, because it was definitely something I thought I could never do. I have a chronic health condition that causes a lot of pain and also nerve damage in my arms. So I'm a very shaky person, so I didn't think I could do precise line work and things. But gel, as long as you have the good products, it actually works with you, not against you. So there's a lot of things that you can do that makes it easier. So I'll be sharing all of those things as well. Okay, we had an evil fuzzum, but we got him gone. The evil fuzz. But I am so impressed. I even feel like this is a new formula when it comes to their gel paints. These are a bit thicker. They're even more pigmented and just so beautiful. Right? We have to find a way to find our joy, regardless of pain and other things. There's always a way around it, right? It just might take us a little longer. That's why I appreciate for these swatching, because of my pain and my nerve damage. I have to do it in a certain way, so sometimes it takes me a little longer. So I'm very appreciative of all of my nail family and my nail sisters and brothers that will totally just sit here and chit chat and go through the colors and not be like, why is it taking you so long? Because I'm literally doing it as fast as I can. But with my arms, if I start like going and speeding through stuff, that's when I start spilling things and having all these stuff go wrong. So this is crazy that these are the two that are left, because these feel like a match made in heaven. This pale yellow is actually giving me like a really pretty nude. I could almost say it would be perfect for like a giraffe background. And then we have a lava orange, which something I always tell my partner is I lava you. So this lava orange, I can't wait to see the vibrancy, because we were speaking about Halloween, right? So I wonder, like, is this appropriate for a pumpkin or not? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out right now. So with these two, which one would you guys like to see first? That part, Tasha, that part so much. And that's why whenever I do a client's nails or something like that, I let them know, like, hey, I have nerve damage and chronic pain. It is going to take me longer. So you're going to get a very good, like, amazing quality, but are you okay with that? Because if you're not and you want something very fast, then maybe you need to go to somebody else, right? And not in a disrespectful way, but I'm going to set myself up for success and not for people that are like, oh, well, why are you doing this or why are you doing that? It's like, I'll give you amazing results, but please just like bear with the fact that I have really bad pain. And generally, anybody that I've talked to about that, they've had no issues and been very open. But again, you set yourself up for success, right? So you need to be very transparent and be like, okay, this is the tea, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see how bright that is? Get out of town. She's so pretty. Okay, so do we have a winner? Which one would you like to see first? I'm like making them dance until somebody says something. Okay, I'm gonna get out a swatch stick. Are y'all really gonna make me choose? Okay, let's save this like really sexy lava orange. So we'll pull this pale yellow. Make sure you get that cap and you put it in. Okay, so this is another one that doesn't have the release tab. So I'm gonna quickly just go around the edges here, lift up as much as I can so I can try to get it all together versus when it starts to snap and break. I want to get it all in one. Okay, let me just try with my arrow here. So I really love that they're coming out with those tops because it definitely makes life a lot easier. The last client I had was one that was a little impatient. However, I always have a backup plan for when she starts to rush me. You filmed it? Oh my gosh, I need to see that. I need to see that, sis. So that's why I talked with the client that I'm going to do tomorrow. And like she already knows like I wouldn't even say it's a limitation. It's just something that we have to deal with. You know what I mean? And so she knows it's going to be a little bit longer. But she said she absolutely loved her last set and that she got so many compliments and no lifting and it was really strong. And these were just on her natural nails. So those are all like really good. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm faffing here. I'm trying to open this up without... Every single one of these have been beautiful, right? So I don't want to spill or have to like cut this and then have silver stuck on here. I'm trying to just get it up. This one's probably going to be that problem child. Okay, 1 second. And I love how, because I had yellow on my other hand, that's all that's coming up. And like, I don't want to contaminate this with bright yellow. I just want to open it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this. I'm probably just going to have to score it. I did try to take it out nicely, but it will not. That is some stick. Oh my gosh. Apparently I was too strong. There we go. Okay, so hopefully I can just keep peeling this and then get it off the side. Oh my goodness! Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. It was a little bit messy, but we got it in the long run. An alligator? Okay, wait. I know those alligator French tips. I saw that set and I thought it was absolutely stunning. What was the, what did you use for the sparkly glitter? That was the alligator. Okay, so this is the weirdest thing. When you're doing nails, it like, the static pulls the polish. It's so weird. Oh, I know that buzz. That's freaking beautiful. Let me quickly just wipe this. Yep. The MG Buzz, I wasn't sure if I was right, but I thought that was from the Home Alone collection. Because I have like Wet Bandit and Home Alone and Kevin. Those are the colors that I have. So I have like the purple, the red, and one other color. Okay, so for a light color, this is actually so pretty. I think this would be really nice for Easter. This would make really nice, like the mottled egg nails. I am just going to go on with another thin coat of this though because it is so sheer. I don't want to just put on a really thick coat. I also have some Evil Fluffs in here. Why won't they go away? I'm going to wipe the brush to try to get them gone. But that's that first coat, and then we're going to go back in. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that buzz is from the Home Alone. What is all of this fuzz? See, it had to wait for the last two colors to give me trouble. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that one in the lamp and then we're just gonna go one more time. Because I put that on so smooth, it didn't even need to self-level. It was already perfect, just not opaque enough. So I'm gonna go in there one more time. And then we have, last but not least, the lava orange. So while this is in the lamp, I'm just gonna quickly open this up just to eliminate some dead air. Thank you, Madam Glam. I see that there's a tab on here. I can't thank you enough for sending these. These are such beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is definitely that can be used for Halloween. Oh my gosh. Because there's only a tiny air spot right now, it's just trying to pour out. Let me see if I can just... There we go. I just had to kind of pop that because it was going to start flooding the other way. That color is insane. That is such a beautiful orange. And that can most definitely, I was wondering like, hey, could we use this for Halloween? Yeah, we're using it for Halloween. I gotta paint some pumpkins. Some jack-o'-lanterns. So I'm just gonna quickly cover that. I love how my favorite adjective is quickly. Just gonna quickly do this and this and this and this. Okay, so we're gonna dip back into that pale yellow. Oh, Disney Cruise is passing by. I love when I hear that. Y'all, this is so pretty. That's gorgeous. Yeah, that's the lava orange, honey. It's so bright. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love how complementing the two are together, like this pale orange. I'm still thinking we can do some kind of giraffe print with the two of these. Sorry, y'all, this is a bit thicker, like butter. So I just wanted to make sure that I went in there. It is the perfect orange for Halloween. Hello, Vivica. How are you doing, sweetheart? If that was Vivica Fox, I would lose my mind. Vivica, that is just, I'm obsessed. So this actually looks to me like a stick of butter. Like this is definitely like buttery yellow. Very pretty. So yes, if you just give me a quick moment here, I'm gonna just cleanse my brush. Because yeah, the next color we're going in is so bright that we can't. We can't mess around. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You're equally amazing, honey. I'm gonna make sure, let me take a screenshot so I can make sure I give you a follow. I always love meeting new nail family members, new nail sisters and brothers, and everyone in between. So what we're doing right now is we're just swatching Madam Glam's brand new 14 gel paint collection because I'm starting a character art series. So that's why the characters are in the corner over there, because we are going to be painting all of the different characters and just having fun with nail art. Okay, so let me just dip into that really bright orange. I'm going to have fun with this one. This is the orange as an artist that you pray for, because this is just going to be so dynamic. Yeah, how bright that is. That's crazy. Okay, let's clean up that corner I just saw. This is also giving me very like basketball orange. Very Space Jam. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean this up. Just give me one moment. Faith, I love the art in the background. Thank you so much, sweetheart. We're going to be doing a character art series. So I was just swatching some of these colors so that we can kind of get a better, handle on what colors we have to work with when we are going to be doing such vivid characters and things like that. So thank you. You made my day, honey bun. So it's definitely one of my favorite art styles is doing characters. It's such a passion, love project of mine. So I'm so happy that you guys are excited and want to be a part of all the magic. I'm just giggling at myself because I said every time I'm gonna put away the covers, right? The little tabs for the gel paints. Well, one's on my foot. So again, we're just wearing it. I don't know what's going on today. First my shirt, my arm, and now my foot. Okay, crisis averted. I wiped it off, but I cannot. I swear, no matter how much you have, like, desk space, it's just never enough. Oh, I can bring that one close to you, honey bun, so you can see it. That was one of my most favorite ones I've ever done as well. This is a little stitch. He's just so stinking precious. Ohana means family. So we're going to do all sorts. So if you have a character that you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments, or you can go over to my, what's it called? The Instagrams. I'm Raven's Nail Bar, and you can just send me a direct message and let me know what kind of characters you want to see on the series, and I'll be able to feature them. So for the pale yellow, which I think looks just like butter, this is the pale yellow. Thank you, Faith. Thank you so much, honey. This is just a really big passion of mine, so getting to share art with my nail family here is like a dream come true. So this is Lava Orange, and that brings us to the last color. So I'm quickly going to just... Ooh! Okay, I have not done that. Let me take a screenshot. Snoopy and Woodstock. Okay, we will definitely... It's been on my list. I wanted to do a Thanksgiving set with Snoopy and Woodstock, but I wasn't able to. Because no matter what, there's only so many things you can do, right, as a nail artist. So You always just keep it on the list for future things. Okay, so for everyone that was interested in the rainbow, let's just quickly get the rainbow of colors here. Red, orange, yellow, green. We have a free piece of hair here. Green, Biv, blue, indigo, violet. Okay, then we're going to have to add all these extra colors here. We got some pinks. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to hold all these. We still have, what is this, 5 others here? So this is the array of gel paints. And literally, they've given us the most darling rainbow here of colors. Oops. Let's just get over here so you can kind of see them up close and personal. And then there's some more colors as well. One second, let me just grab. And then we have some greens, blues, pinks, and yellows. And this completes the 14 brand new gel paints. Thank you, Cordy, honey. Thank you, Faith. So as you guys can see, the vision, there are so many different colors that I'm going to be able to use for the character art series. And then any other colors that we don't have, we'll just use with the Madam Glam gels, pudding gels, paints, etc. So they have hooked us up. Let me see if I can grab this. It's always a chore trying to repick these up again. Sorry, it might look a little janky, but there is a huge amount of color selection here with these 14. So they're very beautiful, highly pigmented, and they cure with a no wipe finish. So it's like, what more could you want? And then last but not least, with the brand new collection, we also did this really pretty set that is all of the holographic realness. So I can't thank you guys enough for coming into today's live and getting to play with all of these colors. Oop, we just dropped a ring. We don't want to lose a ring. But if I quickly just pull these on over here, there's so many different colors to choose from. And all the colors are beautiful. So if you were wondering how to step your nail game up, so sorry these are not all faced, but if you do want to step your nail art game up, this is a very easy way to do so, because once you have these colors, these are going to be in your arsenal for all sorts of different nail art, character art, all sorts of different needs. Oh, Cordy, it's just as much of a pleasure to be in yours, honey bun. I love you. I love every single one of my nail family members up in here. You guys are, you mean everything. Honestly, there's some days I'll be on here and I'm in so much pain, and just one of your comments lights up my day, you know? So I did want to scroll through quickly before I head out, just to kind of thank all the beautiful souls that were in today. So we have Faith, Cordy, excuse if there's any kind of movement on the screen, I'm just scrolling through here. Veronica, Vivica, Tara Nicole, Tasha Ray nailed it. Veronica, my mom, Alice, Sugared Eclipse, Nelly, Jihan, Alice, Amina. Sorry if I'm repeating anybody, I'm just scrolling through here. We had such an amazing group of humans. Like, I'm screaming. I'm scrolling through this list like, yes. Come through, fam. Okay, scroll. I think that's everyone. And Gina Marie, thank you guys so much. You made this blue charm sister very happy. And again, for anybody that might be rewatching this or wasn't able to input, just head over to my Instagram, Raven's Nail Bar, and shoot over your character ideas that you'd like to see featured in this series. I love you guys with my whole heart and all my mermaid beans and bits. This charm sister is out. I love you guys. See you soon.